Hello, Namaste, dear students. How are you? Today we are going to discuss about the hydrocarbons and their compounds. In our last class, we had discussed about the hydrocarbons, and there are generally two types of hydrocarbons. What are they? They are saturated hydrocarbons as well as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Moreover, last time we had discussed about the definition of functional group as well as what is homologous series and so on. These were the things that we had discussed in our last class. Today we are discussing about the hydrocarbons to have got the many ways to write their names, like they do have got the common names as well as they have the IUPAC names also. Have you ever heard the term IUPAC? Yeah. So, to write or to make the name of the hydrocarbons uniform throughout the world, there is a system of naming of hydrocarbons that is called IUPAC system of nomenclature. That is, the full form of IUPAC is, can you see the screen? Yeah, that is, I refers for the international, U refers for the union of pure and applied chemistry. You can easily read, and it is the way to write the IUPAC name of the hydrocarbons. Yeah. Then what would happen if there is no the system of nomenclature by this method? Yeah, obviously there would be the many ambiguities, or there would be various names of the same hydrocarbons that would create that difficulties to understand. So, to make the understanding of the hydrocarbons the same throughout the world, the system is developed that is called IUPAC system. There is a way, there is a method to write the IUPAC names of the hydrocarbons. That is, you can see on the screen that there are three terms to be written while writing the IUPAC names. Can you see over the screen? Yeah. First one is word root. In Nepali, it is called generally dhatu while writing the names, or as well as to making the word that was complex word. So word root, and the next one is primary suffix. You can see here, as well as third one is the secondary suffix. So at first, then what does the word root refer for? As well as what does the primary suffix refer for, and what does the secondary suffix refer for? First of all, we have to know this. So, for this understanding, we are just talking about the that system of writing the names of the hydrocarbons. So, word root. At first, I am talking word root refers for the number of hydrocarbons, number of carbon atoms present in the hydrocarbon. For example, you can see here C, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen. So, the word root refers for the number of carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon, number of hydrocarbons in the number of carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon. That is, how many carbons do you see over this compound? 2. So, we have a certain word to be used to indicate the 2 carbon atoms, as well as if the hydrocarbon has got 3 carbon atoms, then it will have got the different word root, 4 and 5, 1 and so on. So, there is the different that word to be used for the to indicate the number of carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon, as well as for the primary suffix. Primary suffix always represents the number of bonds between carbon atoms. You can see here. Then there is only one bond between 2 carbon atoms. So, as well as there are 2 bonds between 2 carbon atoms. That means the carbon atoms can be bonded by multiple bonds also. That means there are two bonds, as well as there is a single bond. So to represent such nature of bonds, we are using the primary suffix. We will be talking about the primary suffix also, as well as the third term is the secondary suffix. Secondary suffix is you can see on the screen that it always represents the functional group present in the given organic compound. So by connecting these three terms, these three words, we can make a single name of the hydrocarbon. This is the system of writing IUPAC name of the organic compounds. So we are going to discuss about this right now. As you can see here, primary suffix always represents. If there is the single bond, the N primary suffix is used in this because you can see here the single bond is between carbon and carbon. So we can use N as a primary suffix, as well as you can see here the double bond between carbon and carbon atoms. So we can use E and E as a primary suffix, as well as if there are three bonds between two carbon atoms, then what would be the primary suffix to be used? Can you make guess? Okay, you can see here. Okay, these two carbon atoms have been bonded by three bonds. Then there is only one hydrogen atom for this carbon, as well as only one hydrogen atom for this carbon. So Y and E primary suffix is used to write the IUPAC name of these types of compounds in which there are three bonds between two carbon atoms. So for example, eth, that means to represent the two carbon atoms, we can use the word root eth. So for this also we can use ETH. Eth is a word root because there are two carbon atoms. As well as to write the primary suffix, there is only A and E because there is the single bond between carbon and carbon atom. So by connecting these two, then we can write ETHANA. So this would be the IUPAC name of this compound. Do you get my point? Yeah. So you can see on the screen also, if there are two carbon atoms, the primary suffix is word is eth, as well as to represent the single bond, N is used. By connecting these two, you can write the ethane. So in this screen also, you are looking the same. So now we are discussing about the word root to be used, as well as primary suffix to be used while writing the IUPAC name in a tabulated form. Are you ready? Okay, I hope you are ready to write the things that we are discussing today in your copy. Okay, now we are discussing about the word root, as well as primary suffix, as well as secondary suffix and their names while writing the IUPAC name of the hydrocarbons. The table given in the screen, this is the way to write the IUPAC name of the hydrocarbons. Okay, please, I request you all to write to copy the things in the things given in the table. Okay, the first column has given the number of carbon atoms. So C1 represents there is only one carbon atom in a hydrocarbon. Okay, C2 represents there are two carbon atoms, C3 three carbon atoms, and so on. If there are single carbon atom in a hydrocarbon, then what would be the word root to be used? You can see here. What is it? Yes, good. This is meth. As well as if there are two carbon atoms, what is the word root to be used for this? Yeah, to write the IUPAC name of the hydrocarbon, the word root to be used is eth for the two carbon atoms. As well as prop for 3, but for 4, pent for 5, hex for 6, and so on. Primary suffix, as I have already told you that the primary suffix always represents the number of bonds between carbon atoms. So in all these hydrocarbons which have got the carbon number 1 to 10, they do have the N primary suffix. Then what does it represent? What do you understand from this? Yeah, this that indicates that there is only one bond between each carbon atoms of all these hydrocarbons. So, the collectively the meth plus N, what would be the name? Yes, good, you told the right, that is methane. As well as eth plus N, obviously ethane, and just you have to write the word root and primary suffix, then just add these two terminologies to get the name of the hydrocarbon. So, this is the way to write the IUPAC name of the hydrocarbon. So, for this, then how do we understand this? How do we know these? First of all, you have to copy this table in your copy, as well as you have to read time and again, then write and rewrite, so that it will be habituated for you to write the names of the hydrocarbons. So, in the next we are talking about the different types of the hydrocarbons. They do have got the single bond or the double bond, as well as they may have got the different functional groups too. So, at first we are discussing about the methane. I think the term methane, it is quite that familiar term, CH4. How many carbons does it have? Yes, only one. So, how does the name methane that become for this? Can anybody say? Yes, meth represents there is only one carbon atom, just you have read, as well as N represents there is only one carbon atom. Does it make the double bond with others? Obviously not. So, for this we have written the name of this compound is methane, and this is the structure of the methane. So, in which the red ball represents the carbon atom, as well as the blue balls represent the what? Yes, hydrogen. So, how many hydrogens does it contain? 4 and only one carbon. So, this is the structure. Then it does have got any that different distinguished properties, like it is found in marshy areas. What is this marshy area? That means the area in which there is the that sedimentation or the precipitation of the water, or there is the what that the water that may contain that throughout the year. Okay, in Nepali it is that Dabdabe Hilo, as well as what that Simsar. Okay, so it is known as the marsh gas, because in such marshy areas the methane gas can be found. Next, it is found in dung gases, that means gobar gas, as well as biogas. Through the biogas also it is being produced. Not only this, in the sewage of that pipes. Okay, so that sewage of the pipes, this gas is being produced. Then, so these are the sources of the methane gas. Next one, in the context of solubility, because as you have already discussed about like dissolves like, that means the organic solutes are dissolved in organic solvent, as well as inorganic solutes are dissolved in inorganic solvents. So, we are talking about the organic compounds. Then, to which solvents does it dissolve? Obviously, in the organic solvents. So, organic solvents like ethers, as well as alcohols and carbon tetrachloride, as well as other that solvents of the organic compounds, this methane gas can be dissolved. Why methane gas cannot be dissolved in water? Because methane is the organic compound, water is the inorganic solvent. They do not dissolve. Okay, so methane is dissolved in these organic solvents, like the compounds that it has been shown in the scale. Okay. Are you enjoying in today's class, in my class? Yeah, obviously, because these are the things that are quite new to you, as well as quite important to our daily life also. So, next one, it is colorless gas. We cannot see the gas, methane gas, as well as it does not contain any odors. As well as when you taste it, you cannot feel any taste. So, it is also tasteless. So, these points that we have discussed, they are the properties of methane gas. I think you are quite curious, what in which topic are we discussing? Yes, did you get the point? These are the that properties of methane gas. So, by the same way, how do we use the methane gas as well as where do we use the methane gas? You can see in the screen that methane gas can be used for cooking food, as well as it is used as fuel also, and it is the initiator of the longer chain bearing hydrocarbons, because by taking the methane we can prepare ethane, by taking the methane we can prepare propane, as well as by taking the methane we can prepare butane also. So methane gas is considered as the initiator of all other that longer chain bearing hydrocarbons, as well as in the carbon black also it is used, as well as while making the shoe polish we can use methane gas, because from methane gas we can obtain the enormous amount of the carbon, as well as not only this, to make the other colors, black colors, we can use methane gas. Methane gas is also used for the industrial production of the hydrogen gas, because nowadays hydrogen, that technology, that means hydrogen fuel technology is being developed in such industries also. This methane gas can be used. So it is quite important for the newly developed technologies too, because it is used for the preparation or the production of the industrial that hydrogen gas, so which is used for the that hydrogen fuel. Next one, ethane. Next hydrocarbon, that is next hydrocarbon is the ethane. So how the name ethane be written? Yeah, eth represents, how many carbons does it contain? Yes, good, you said correct. Eth represents 2 carbon atoms. Then what does this A and E represent? Okay, A and E represents, they do contain a single bond. That means this carbon as well as this carbon are being connected by this single bond, in which A and represents. So structurally it is represented by this structure. Okay, generally we used to write this structure. Then about this ethane we do have some informations. They are, it is found in methane, in natural gas. Along with methane gas, ethane is also being that simultaneously prepared, as well as it is found in the coal gases also, because coal gases are the that gases which are produced above the that fossils, as well as it is used in the petroleum mines. So next one, next property or next that information about the ethane gas is, it is colorless. It does not contain any colors. That means we cannot see. Then it is odorless. We cannot feel any odors of the ethane gas, and if you try to taste it, you cannot feel. That means it is tasteless. It does not contain any taste. Next one, as we have discussed in the methane, methane is also organic compound. So organic compounds are dissolved in organic solvents. So ethene is also organic that compound. So it dissolves in organic solvents. What are the organic solvents that we have discussed? Yes, good. The first one is, yes, ether. Next one is what? Yeah, you said correct. It's alcohol. And is I haven't written here, but there are other organic solvents also, like carbon disulfide as well as carbon tetrachloride. They are also known as the non-aqueous solvent, because they do not contain any contents of the water. So they are called what? Non-aqueous solvents or organic solvents. So these are all about the that general properties of the ethane. Then as we have discussed about the usage of methane, then can the ethane has got the any other that the uses of it. So you can see here, what does this represent? It is being burnt. Something is being burnt, then it means ethane can be used as a fuel. Then when fuel is combusted, obviously it gives the flame, that is, it is being burnt. As well as it is used to prepare the organic compounds like ethyl chloride as well as the nitroethanes and so on. So from ethane, okay, we can prepare the ethyl chlorides, through which we can prepare ethene also. We can prepare other that longer carbon chain bearing hydrocarbons. So as we have discussed, the methane is the initiator of the long chain bearing hydrocarbons. Ethane also one of the that hydrocarbons or one of the initiator of the longer chain bearing hydrocarbons. Okay, next one, the consecutive in the consecutive trend is we have discussed methane at first, which contained only one carbon atom. We just discussed about the ethane. It contains 2 carbon atoms. What could be the next one? Can you make guess? Yes. What? Okay, good. Propane. So we are talking about the propane right now. So in propane also, PROP, prop. What does this prop represent? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 3 carbon atoms. As well as A and E. What is the what is this A and E? Yes. Who said? Primary suffix? Yes, primary suffix, that is correct. And this is the structural form of the what? Propane. But while writing the structure in the that by representing hydrogen by H as well as C by the carbon, this is the structural form of the propane. Some informations about the propane are being discussed right now. I think you all are just writing in your copy. Please be conscious for your study also. So for this you can write, you can take some points in your note so that it will you can repeat, you can review it after the completion of this class also. So the first one, information of the propane is, it is found in the natural gas, is methane as well ethane was found in the natural gas. In this propane also found in the natural gas. It is found in coal gas as well as mines of the petroleums too, while incaving the mines from the oceans. This gas also being taken out. Next one is, it is colorless, it does not contain any odors, as well as the tasteless gas is methane as well as ethanes have. Next one is other compounds like ethane as well as methane. It does not dissolve in water. It dissolves in, what are the propane dissolving solvents? Yes, you can write, you can see here ethers as well as alcohols as well as other organic solvents. So these are all about the properties of propane. Yeah, these are the physical properties. We do not go through the chemical properties of this hydrocarbon because our curriculum does not think about the chemical properties of these hydrocarbons. Now we are discussing about the uses of propane. Okay, can you just remind the uses of methane as well as ethane? More or less the uses of propane also the similar, because they are that first few that members of the hydrocarbons or the alkenes. So they have got the similar properties for few other hydrocarbons too. So these are the the uses. The first one is, it is used as fuel. Is methane as well as ethane was these were used as a fuel. This propane is also used as a fuel. Fuel means while that burning that internal combustion engines too, as well as other that engines too can be conducted through the propane. It is used for the various organic compounds, to prepare various organic compounds. We have discussed about while taking the ethane, we can prepare ethyl chloride, through which we can prepare other butane as well as octane and so on. By taking the propane also, we can make propyl chloride, through which we can prepare hexane also, through which we can prepare that nonane also and so on. So to prepare other that long chain bearing hydrocarbons, this propane is also used. The next one is, it is one of that organic compound which is used for the cooling purpose, to make the conditions very cool, to maintain that temperature at a constant temperature. It is used as a coolant. Coolant is used generally not to heat the engines, that internal combustion engines. So in these areas, this propane is used. Similarly, we are talking about the next one after propane. Which compound will be the next one? Yes, butane. Now the structure, I have already shown that structural form of these hydrocarbons in my previous class. I think you have already watched these classes. So if you haven't, please go through that link and you can see the previous class. So is this in this compound butane, these black balls represent the carbon, as well as the white balls represent what? Yes, hydrogen. And these are represented while writing the structure. These are the this is the structure of the butane, in which you can see how many carbon atoms does it contain? 4. So to write the word root for 4, what is the word root? But. Then what does ANA represent? Single bond between each carbon atoms. Single bond, single bond, single bond. Yes. Have you seen any double bonds? No. If there would be the double bond, what would be the name of the compounds? The primary suffix would be ENE. Yes. So we cannot write ENE as a primary suffix, because there is only one bond or the single bond between carbon atoms. So altogether, the molecular formula of or condensed molecular formula of the butane is C4 and H10. So this is the way to write the condensed form of the molecular formula of the butane. Okay. Some informations about the butane are: it is found in natural gas. Natural means the gases which are being prepared are obtained naturally, and coal gas as well as petroleum mines is other that previous hydrocarbons were found. Next one, it has also the similar properties of methane, ethane as well as the propane. What is the physical state? It is a gas, as well as it does not contain any colors. It is tasteless as well as it is odorless gas. Next one is, does it dissolve in water? Yeah. Why it doesn't dissolve in water? Yes, who said it is the organic compound? Yes, you are right. Okay. Butane is the organic compound, so it does not dissolve in water, because organic compounds do not contain any that polarity. They do not contain any that charges while they do not undergo electrolysis or ionization. So they do not dissolve in the water. So the organic solvents like ether, alcohol, carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride, these are the organic solvents. In such solvents, butane is dissolved. It is what? It is easily turned into or converted into the liquid by using the pressure. I think you all are using the cylinder gases in your kitchen. Yeah? Are you all? Yes. Okay. The cylinder gas consists, one of the component found in the cylinder gas is the butane. So in high pressure, when it is compressed, it turns into liquid. While we are using the gas, but when you shake the cylinders, I think you will feel there is the liquid inside. The butane as well as the pentane gases are being what? Compressed in high pressure, so that they turn into the liquid, then they are filled in the cylinders, then they are being sold out into the markets for the what? While in the form of what? The fuel. It is used as a fuel. So I do mean this, that the butane can easily be turned into the liquid at high pressure. So these are all about the properties of butane. So these are the informations which are termed as the physical properties of the butane. So next one is other hydrocarbons, methane, ethane as well as the propane. It can also be used in different purposes, in different areas. So what are they? We can see here. It is used to prepare the preparation of the rubber. While making the synthetic rubbers, it is prepared. It is a raw material for the preparation of the rubber. As well as next one is, as I have just told you that, it is used as the LPG, which spells or which the full form of LPG is liquefied petroleum gas, which is used in our kitchens inside the cylinder. Next one is, it is used to prepare the other long chain bearing hydrocarbons. Okay. Next one is, it is used as coolant. Is propane also used as what? The coolant. Okay. These are all about the some informations as well as some that properties of the different hydrocarbons. At first we had discussed about the that IPC name. Then while writing the IPC name, we have to think that what is the word to be used, as well as what is the primary suffix, as well as what is the secondary suffix used in the what hydrocarbon. Next we had discussed about the properties of methane, properties of ethane, properties of propane, as well as properties of butane. And along with the properties, we had discussed about their uses too. Okay, right now we are discussing about some questions or some that questions that are related to the things that we have discussed. The first question, it has already been displayed over the screen. What is the word root for the hydrocarbon having carbon number 5? Is it prop? Is it but or paint? Is anybody thinking about eggs? No. Okay. What is the that correct word to be used for the carbon number 5? Yes, you are right. Paint is the correct word that is being used for the carbon or to represent the carbon 5. Okay. Next question is, which of the following indicates the primary suffix in hydrocarbon? Okay. Primary suffix is the suffix which represents the nature of the bond or the number of bond between carbon and carbon. So, we have already discussed about this. So, out of these 4 points, which is related to this? Yeah, bond between carbon and carbon, bond between carbon and hydrogen, number of carbon atoms, number of carbon and hydrogen atoms. Which of the 4 options is the, which one of the 4 options is correct? Yes, the first one, because the primary suffix represents the bond between carbon and carbon atoms. The next one, which of the following can be used for the preparation of synthetic rubber? Okay, the term was just being discussed in that previous slides. So, is methane used for the synthetic rubber, or ethane, or propane, or the butane? Yes. Okay. The correct answer is which one? Yes, fourth one, that is butane. Butane is used for the preparation of synthetic rubber. The next question is, which of the following hydrocarbon can be used for the preparation of ethanol? So, in ethanol, word eth, what does this represent? Yes, 2 carbon atoms. 2 carbon atoms means ethanol, that is the word root, eth is the word root. So, 2 represent the 2 carbons or the eth. How many carbons does it bear? 2. So, the hydrocarbon which consists 2 carbon atoms, that is used for the that can be used for the preparation of ethanol. So, which of the following is the correct answer? Yes, the first one, ethane. Through the ethane, by using different other that ways or the different reagents, we can prepare ethanol easily. Okay, next one. What would be the product when one hydrogen atom of each carbon of ethane are removed? You can see here, this is ethane. This is ethane. Then, if 2 carbon atoms are removed, then what would be the product? C H H double bond as well as H. What is this? Yeah, ethene is obtained when 2 hydrogen atoms of each carbon atom of ethene are being removed. Ethene is obtained. So, this type of questions are quite important for the your assessments, either internal assessment or that external assessments too. Okay, next question. Write the IPC name of the following compounds. So, we have already discussed about the IPC names in the tabulated form. So, C as for how many carbons? Okay, only 1 carbon. So, there is only the single bond between carbon and hydrogen, that means methane. Then this is what? Yes, ethane. What could be the name of this compound? Who said the propane? Yes, you are correct. Next one is the butane, because it consists 4 carbon atoms and they are being bonded with the single bond. Next question is, write any 2 uses of propane as well as methane of each. According to that previous discussion that we have just made, you can write the uses of these propane as well as the methane of each. Next, write the differences between propane as well as butane. At first, you have to differentiate through the carbon number. How many carbon atoms does the propane consist? 3. Then how many carbon atoms does the butane consist? 4. Then you can see, you can talk about the number of hydrogen atoms, as well as you can talk about the number of hydrogen atoms present in butane also, as well as their uses also, as well as if you find any differences in their properties, you can write their different properties of these 2 terms, these 2 compounds. By the same way, you can differentiate between ethane as well as methane also. So these are the questions that are related to the discussions that we have made today. The next one is, I'm giving a project work for you. The project work that is being displayed over here, you can prepare a chart of IPC names, because you have to know the IPC name while writing the that standard names of the hydrocarbons, and you have to prepare a chart. Then you have to display over the classroom, and you have to discuss as well as you can present over the classroom. Then finally, you have to submit to your teacher for your internal evaluation purpose. Next project work is, you have to prepare the models of methane as well as ethane as well as the propane. Then you have to take them into the classroom to demonstrate your work as a project work. And the model is to be prepared by using your local materials, by taking the papers. You can take other that clays, as well as you can take that wheat flours, as well as other that materials that is possible to make that models of the methane, ethane as well as propane, and you have to just display over the classroom. Then you can submit to your teacher. Okay, I think you all enjoyed in today's class, and I hope you have taken the important points in your that copy also. And finally, you will do the project work that I have given, and you will be submitted. These project works will be submitted to your teacher, and your score will be higher and higher, and in the days to come. So have a good day. Thank you. Namaste.